My presentation consists with three parts. This is as a background overview of Georgia and its banking sector. Then I'll be speaking about TBC Bank and even show a short video which will give more details and color about the bank. And finally, I'll conclude with the SME and business banking with TBC Bank. Now, to start with, I'm sure many of you, or maybe most of you, are familiar with the country. It's a small country with 3.7 million population, but due to its strategic location and due to the pace of reforms that it has been going through a couple of years, it's becoming more and more recognized name among the international community. Maybe you all know that we have been going through tremendous improvements across all the areas. We were named as top reformer in the world a couple of times. We are one of the most transparent economies in the world, meaning less corruption. One of the best or friendliest tax regimes in the world, and this has been even further improved with the recent government initiative to make the reinvested profit effectively tax-free in Georgia from 2017. Now, some more about Georgian economy, and on the left-hand side, the chart shows the GDP growth, and this is per IMF. You can see that if we speak about the 2017 years, the GDP is expected to grow by about 5.2%, which is obviously the best across the peer countries. On the right, I've listed the industries that basically fuel the growth. This is transport and logistic hub, which Georgia now represents. We have already one British petroleum pipeline, another is being built. There is Anaklia deep sea port, which is being built now, and it can be even used for Chinese goods to be carried from China to Europe. Obviously, it's a very famous tourism destination, and I don't know if you've been already as tourist in Georgia, or maybe you will be in the future. We have nice weather, good scenes, seaside, unique mountains, food, wine, obviously. And finally, the country is becoming quite a center, or the service center in the region, with advancing financial industries, healthcare, and education. Now, a couple of words about the Georgian banking sector, and I have a couple of slides that pretty much characterizes it. The first is the penetration level. And even despite the devaluation, which technically increased the penetration in pretty much all the countries in the region, penetration is still low. In fact, it's the lowest across these countries. And if we speak about loan to GDP, it is about 47%. And that creates the room for the growth. Next one is the capitalization level. And then the banking sector in Georgia is very well capitalized, which basically means that it has enough internal resources to capture the growth that exists, which I showed. Healthiness, very importantly, it's very healthy. If we speak about the NPLs, this is World Bank definition, the NPL level is 3.3%. Now, all this is translated into the growth and strong profitability. You can see the growth rate of last year, it's 19.5%. The similar growth rate applies to the other years. The profitability of the top banks are between 18 to 21%. There are three more things that I'd like to highlight. The first is that the sector is very advancing from the point of view of top two banks being already listed on the London Stock Exchange premium segment, and I'll be speaking about it in a couple of slides. It's very resilient as well. We went through a couple of crises. This crisis even included war with Russia, coupled with international financial crisis and local political unrests, and still we did not have a bailout, we didn't have the banking bankruptcy. So this is about the banking sector. Now about TBC Bank. We are After the acquisition, which I'll also mention, we are the largest bank in the country per both loans and deposits. Our market share is about 35% in loans, and the same, similar in deposits. It's even larger in retail loans. We cover the entire country. We have only small subsidiary in Azerbaijan, and we have rep office in Israel. This is our history, and the bank was established in 1992 by two founder individuals. By the way, they founded it with $500, which appeared to be quite clever investment when we see it now. Since then, it's been growing and achieving new milestones each year. In 2000, IFC and DEG became the shareholders of the bank. In 2006, the bank entered the retail segment. 2009, EBRD, FMO, JP Morgan, and Ashmore became the shareholders. 2012, we launched the new multi-channel platform, the combination of internet banking, mobile banking, which was the game changer. 14, we did our IPO, and 16, we did the acquisition. I mentioned the premium listing. Now, this is the topic maybe that requires a separate presentation, but very briefly, we just completed upgrade from London standard listing to London premium listing, which means higher corporate governance, higher transparency, better reporting standards. Obviously, it will allow us to be included in the FTSE index and enrich or extend the potential investors. This is the acquisition that I was talking about. So we are just completing the acquisition of number 3 players in the country. This is called Bank Republic. And you can see here that, again, as I said, after the acquisition, our shares go to 35.5% in loans and 34.6% in deposits. Now, this acquisition is important not only because it creates the largest player in the country for both loans and deposit, but also and especially because it strengthens our strategic areas across strategic segments, including retail, creating the indisputable leader in retail banking, and in medium and high income retail, among medium and high income retail customers. There are 4 pillars how we are different in the country and how we try to differentiate ourselves in the country. The first is, obviously, we do banking, so we are pure play, we do only banking. The second is that the focus on multi-channel banking. I have one more slide I show you. This is the combination of internet banking, mobile, iPhone, iPad banking, which we try to develop. Best customer experience, this is something that differentiates us, and the strongest brand. So these are how we are trying to be different. This is about multi-channel banking. There are lots of information, this slide. Maybe 2 things that I can highlight. One is that we were even named as the world's best internet bank in 2 categories. There were 10 categories by Global Finance. And you can find our internet banking customers price them at 4.9 stars in the Google Play. I mean, at the end of the day, it is banking, right? People don't give that high price to banking. So this is it on this section. I will conclude with the SME and micro banking, but before I do it, I'd like to show a short video which will give more color to about TBC Bank.
25 years ago, TBC Bank was built with the mission to help people and businesses succeed. Thanks to innovative thinking, TBC Bank has revolutionized how banking is done in Georgia. This year, our branches were completely redesigned to reflect our user-friendly and transparent approach to banking. Constant focus on superior customer experience has made us the top service company in the country. We wanted to create the next generation of digital banking, to change the way people bank and bring TBC Bank's exceptional service to every customer's living room and office, giving our clients access to their accounts wherever they are. Our motto became anywhere, anytime, and we succeeded. We launched TBC Pay, a network of more than 2,500 cash-in self-service terminals across the country. In 2015, the network processed 37 million transactions. Our internet banking is the best in the country. In just 4 years, more than 80% of all transactions went online, translating into 2 million digital interactions a month. To keep up with the demands of the younger generation, our online presence is constantly upgraded. We are bringing the very best of e-commerce to our digital banking. One-click payments for utility bills. Real-time search for transactions and messages. Clean and intuitive design. Clients enjoy simple online registration and fingerprint login. They can instantly transfer funds using the recipient's mobile phone number. Ideation is part of our DNA, which not only makes us stand out as a bank, it makes us an influencer in our community. TBC Bank has become one of Georgia's most trusted and well-known brands. 70% of our customers said they would recommend TBC Bank to their friends and colleagues. Our NPS score is the highest in the country, higher than that of international retail brands and our competitors. We aim to be a love mark, a brand people want to be associated with. We know our clients are more than just their financial needs. Their success is more than just the sum of their accounts. We support the things that inspire them to succeed. TBC Bank is an exclusive partner of all winter sport resorts in Georgia and a proud partner of the Georgian national rugby team. Our rugby team is now competing as an equal against the strongest in the world. We share the same values as the game of rugby. We also believe building on success leads to victory, a victory we share with our clients and community.
And the final part of my presentation, this is regarding the SME banking. We are obviously the largest SME bank in the country. We are the first bank who started to offer non-financial services to our SME customers, and these are the services which adds value to customers, and they are completely free of charge. Our customers just get them because they are our customers. The rolling there showed that we are best in Net Promoter Score, so most people would recommend TBC Bank to their friends, and there are other areas which we are proud of. One of them is very importantly, 58% of newly opened accounts in Georgia, newly registered SMEs in Georgia would open account with TBC Bank. So this is pretty big number. These are the market shares in SME. Among the top 3 banks, we are at 44%. This is not as important as this slide, which basically shows that despite the fact that we are at 44%, our growth rate over the last couple of years, I think we have 3 years here, has been tremendous. It's up to 40% in loans and up to 25% in deposit. This is SME banking. This is a framework how we try to differentiate our SME banking, and I think this is something that applies to any business. And on the top of the chart, you will see how we are better. So in standard products and services and standard offerings, we just try to be better. We just try to be smoother, simpler, and this is how we try to differentiate ourselves. However, in addition to the standard product and services, we also try to be different through the services and products and offerings that unique to us. So it's only us who would offer this type of services. This would include what I have here on the left-hand side. Again, value-add services to our SME customers, completely free of charge. That would be trainings for SME customers. That would be networking opportunities for our SME customers, dedicated internet site which would give them tools of how to launch business, how to manage HR, and lots of other areas which we think are important for them. This is the NPS that I mentioned. On the NPS score, we are at 59%. I think more important it is that there is a huge gap between us and the main competitor. That's the example of our site. This is tbcbusiness.g. I think you can log in, and again, that would provide the many tools to our businesses. One of the things that we launched, and this is recent, this is business award program. So we would award businesses saying who is the best in per industry, and you can see the real picture and how packed it was when we were awarding the businesses. Next one is my last slide that summarizes our SME business. First is, again, as I said, superior customer experience. We try to differentiate ourselves. Best-in-class product and services. This is innovative offers, and of course, focus on loyalty of our customers would be it. Thank you.